Hey everybody, Real with Wes. Welcome to Thursday, day 4 here, talking about looking forward. I just want to keep encouraging you this week, and that's the whole thing about looking forward to continue just to expect God's best, to expect to see His goodness show up in your life today. And it's a reminder of that because there's so many things reminding us that I don't know if God's goodness will show up in my life today. I don't know if I'm going to see a positive day. And it's making a choice to set our mind and set our focus and set our direction. I'll talk a little more about that tomorrow as we finish our week out. But today I want to talk about dreaming big. Man, one thing about hope and expectation is to be able to dream big. And not dreaming unrealistic or fantasy necessarily, but yet still dream big with the factor that God's in my life and that God's for me and that God's goodness is at play, and to expect that outcome in the situation, to take time to see yourself in the situation in a positive light, to take time to see yourself walking in your dreams is what you should take time to do. It's easy to do the opposite and focus on, well, I see myself in the negative. Worry is the opposite direction of this, where you're worrying about things that could happen or may happen or the outcome in a negative situation. Well, you put it in reverse and you start dreaming big in the opposite direction. You start seeing yourself, man, I see myself healthy. Well, I've been experiencing this pain for a year. See yourself healthy. Expect that. See yourself, I've been in so much debt, I'll never get this paid off. See yourself out of debt. Expect that. Well, man, the workload today is too much. I got so much. See yourself knocking everything out. And it's changing your focus and mindset. And it's not just positive thinking, even though that it includes that, but it's not only to that. It's positive thinking on one perspective to adjust your attitude. But then it's also at the same time, where's our hope coming from? Our hope is not aimless when it's coming from God. And it's saying, I'm going to choose to allow Him to produce the hope in me by knowing His mighty powers at work in me, instead of letting my circumstances dictate my hope. So now my hope, if it's circumstantial, here's the example. It's when things are in my favor, looking good, my hope is high. But when the circumstances are low, my hope is low. And it changes basically like our weather changes a lot, which is all over the place every day, it seems like. And that's the way your hope is going to go. It's going to be high, low, all over. And you're going to put limits on your dreaming. And when you put limits on how good things can be, you limit your expectation from God, is what it is. And of course, we do it defense mechanism. We don't want to be disappointed and this and that. But man, we should expect high from God. Like I said, not unrealistic. Not that everything's going to magically just snap our fingers and be good. But man, you want to expect God to work things out, because you're confident in knowing He's always working for your favor. He's always working for your good. So whatever you're facing, whatever you're dealing with, man, dream big again. Allow yourself to be seeing yourself, is what that is, in a good place, because that's what God wants you to experience in this life. I expect to see God's goodness and blessing on my life every day and show up even when I don't deserve it, even when I don't do everything perfectly, even when I act like a fool some days. I expect God's goodness to show up even more on those days, because I need it more on those days than ever. And but I just continue to allow myself to dream big and not let fear and worry choke out my dreams. So dream big today. Have your huge hope and expectation in God, and watch God go above and beyond what even you can think, because He's that gracious. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Have a great day, and we'll come back tomorrow and finish this week off.